Hey guys, and Happy New Year from Sarah's Kitchen. I hope everyone had a great break and is excited about 2017. I know I am, and I'm glad to be in my kitchen. Actually, through the Christmas and New Year's break, I was in the kitchen a good bit, but just didn't go live. Lots of family stuff going on, and so I really wasn't doing any fun and exciting recipes that I thought you guys would be too interested in. But tonight, I am going to make Hawaiian fried cauliflower rice. This is a pretty regular in my house. I also do it at some of my parties, and it is really, really good. So many people the first of every new year want to eat a little healthier. And so I thought this was perfect timing to share it with you guys. I've done it several times since I've done live videos, but I've just never done this one live because it is back and forth to my stovetop. So you're going to have to bear with me. But I did want to share this with you. I know a lot of you are probably on your way home from work, so hopefully you can watch this later on when you get home. I'll also post the recipe. And it's funny because I had already gone to the grocery store earlier today, and then I noticed on Pampered Chef's Facebook page, they posted this recipe. So I was like, they must have read my mind. Let me see who's on real quick. Hey, Christy. Hey, Clark. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so I am changing the recipe just a little, but not much. The main thing I'm doing, I am adding some chopped up chicken. And so I've already cooked this ahead of time. Many of you that have seen a lot of my videos, anything that involves chicken, you probably know I cook it one of two ways. I either grill it in my grill pan, or I will cook it for 9 to 12 minutes in the microwave in the rock crock. And so that's what I did with this chicken. I did it in the everyday rock crock, but you really can do it in any of the rock crocks. This was one package of chicken tenders, and then I used the most often used product in my kitchen, the salad choppers, to chop it all up. So I just did that ahead of time just because there wasn't anything for y'all to watch me do with that. But again, it was 9 minutes, one package of chicken tenders in the microwave, in the rock crock. As soon as it came out, I put it in this bowl, used the salad choppers to chop it up. So we're going to set that aside because that comes into play a little bit later. Then the next thing we're going to do, and I've already done a little of it just because for time's sake I didn't want you guys watching me rice the entire thing of cauliflower. Let me see what y'all are saying. Yeah, I wish y'all could taste this. So I have a couple dates left in January. Anyone that wants to book a January party, we can make this at your party. People are looking for healthy recipes. The host special for January is double free. So $1,000 party, get $430 in free products. Oh my word. You could get pretty much everything I'm going to use tonight, I bet. Okay, so back to our recipe. Focus, Sarah. We're going to use the veggie strip maker. It's actually part of the January guest special. That's just coincidence. That wasn't planned. And in here, I've already riced part of the cauliflower, and I have already grated some of the carrots. But I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. So you are going to get just one head of cauliflower. This is about 1/4 of it because I've done 3/4 of it already. You do want a really big bowl because this can get messy. And with the veggie strip maker, put it down in the bowl. Now, if you were doing zucchini or big carrots, I'm about to do smaller carrots, so I'm going to use a different product on my carrots. But if you're doing zucchini or squash to do noodles, you could put it on top because those aren't going to, spray everywhere. But with the cauliflower, you want to put it, and actually I'm going to turn it the opposite way. You want to put it down in the bowl, kind of leave the center part as much intact as you can so you have something to hold on to. But then you're literally just going to go back and forth. And I hope y'all can there's nothing magic. Ooh, there went some on the floor. And I'm not going to do all of the stems. I'm going to just do the top part of all the cauliflower, but that's why you want to leave the stem intact so that you have something to hold on to and so that the cauliflower doesn't start breaking up into tiny little pieces that are hard to rice. Let me get a little bit more. And sometimes I do get parts of the stem, so then when I'm done, I just kind of look in the bowl, and if I got any big chunks, like a big chunk just fell off, I just go into the bowl and take that out so that, you know, we don't eat that later. But you mainly just want to get the good part of the cauliflower. And so like all this, I'm not going to rice because that's so much of the stem. Okay, but I want to show you how much one head of cauliflower is going to make. Now granted, there are a few carrots in here. Wipe off my hands. Okay, and there's a leaf. Let's throw that away. So here's one head of cauliflower, and this is our 24 cup bowl. So this bowl is actually huge. It's the largest bowl of the stainless steel bowl set. So there's tons of cauliflower in there. Super, super easy. So that's one head of cauliflower. Now, if you think your kids aren't going to want to eat this, fix it when they're not around. They're going to think that this is like Sticks or Mizzou or any of the Japanese hibachi places. They're going to think it's their fried rice. My kids, I had made it at least 3 times before one of them caught me ricing the cauliflower and then figured out that it was cauliflower, not rice. So that's just a little hint, is you can get away with your kids not knowing that it's cauliflower if you cook it when they're not around. Who else is joining us? Hey Kay, hey Holly Jackson, hey Marsha. And if any of y'all are asking questions as we go, when I'm done, I'll come back and I'll look at your questions and try to answer those. Okay, so then the recipe calls for a couple peeled carrots. Well, I already had some just regular carrot, the baby carrots in my refrigerator. So rather than buying additional carrots, and these I could use, let me just say, I could use it on the veggie strip maker and it would work fine. It's just I'd have to do one at a time. And I want to be a little more efficient with my time. Let me turn down my oven. Hold on, because we're going to use our skillet for some ham in a minute. So I'm using the microplane coarse grater. And if any of you have this, it does come with a food holder. And so all I am going to do, stick the food holder piece on there, put, I don't know, however many carrots, like there's probably 4 or 5 carrot, we'll do, I think that's 4. Put those carrots in there and then use this piece to press down. And we're just going to grate our carrots. And I've got a flexible cutting mat down here. And it just calls for 2 shredded carrots. We're going to put some more. And if you're not a huge carrot fan, maybe don't do as many carrots. Just, you know, it's whatever's to your liking. We like carrots in my house, so no reason I can't do quite a few. Okay, now it's a little messy, but it doesn't matter. I've got the flexible cutting mat. Let's do one more batch, and that should be good enough. And I just have the grater standing up on its own so that I didn't have to hold the grater plus hold the carrots, or the holder. All right, so let's scrape off all these extra carrots on the back. I didn't get cut because I had the food holder on there. We've got a couple big chunks of carrots. That doesn't matter. We'll just stick them in there. And then since I used one of the small flexible cutting mats, we'll just dump that into the bowl. And let's go put all that in the sink because we're done with that. And it can all go in the dishwasher once we're done. Okay, so we've got our carrots. We're going to add 1 cup of frozen peas. I just got the Publix brand. I didn't need anything fancy. And they are still frozen. And I'm going to use the 1 cup Easy Read measuring cup to measure out our peas. So you'll get at least, this is 15 ounces, so we can get at least 2 times of this recipe out of that 1 bag. So we have 1 cup of peas that are going to go in there. So far we have the cauliflower, the carrots, and the peas. We've already cooked the chicken, which is not technically in the recipe, but we're putting that in there so we have extra protein. Right now, what I'm about to do on the stove top is get, you want to buy I bought the pre-diced up deli ham or cubed boneless ham, or you could get deli ham and then dice it up yourself. It calls for 6 ounces. This is 8 ounces, and since I'm adding the chicken, I'm actually not going to do this entire package. But real quick, on my stovetop, and I'll bring you over there in a second when we have to do the cauliflower, but all I'm going to do is put this ham, or about half or 3/4 of the package, in the skillet. There's about a tablespoon or so of, I used olive oil in there. I'm going to put it in the skillet to let it start heating up. So hang tight, because then I'm going to come back and finish prepping the rest of the stuff to go in our cauliflower. Let me get the ham started. Ooh, it's sizzling. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it is. My skillet is hot. All right, so all I'm doing is breaking up the ham. Hang on one second. Okay, we're just going to let that go for 2 minutes. I do have my splatter screen on top of the skillet so that it's not going to go flying all over the place. All right, so let's come back to the rest of our vegetable mixture. This is another Sarah edition to this recipe. It just calls for the cauliflower, carrots, and the peas. Hey, everybody that's joining. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Kelly. It just calls for the cauliflower, the peas, and the carrots, but I am going to add some zucchini. My family likes zucchini. Great additional vegetable put in there, make it a little heartier. I get to use my second favorite product, salad choppers #1, quick slice #2. I'm telling y'all, if you don't have these products, you're missing out, because they are the bomb. All right, let me stir our ham because I hear it popping, so hold on 1 second. Okay, so it's got about 30 seconds or so to go. All right, so for the zucchini, I sliced it in half. We're going to go in half again and then in quarters. So I just prep it by slicing it into little strips like that. Then we're just going to put the pieces on here. You probably sometimes fit more than 2 like that, but just do them super quick, except for I just had rinsed it off, so they're still kind of wet. Uh-oh, my ham's ready. Hold on. Let me turn off my timer. Okay, my ham can wait till my zucchini is done, and then I'm going to take y'all over to my stovetop anyway in a second. All right, and one more zucchini. All right, so that is adding all your zucchini in there. So super quick. So here's what we have. All of our veggies. All right, I'm going to take you over here. We're going to move for 1 minute and then we'll come back. I don't know how well you'll be able to see from here. But, okay, so I have my splatter screen, and in here is my ham. And it's pretty much just heated through is all you wanted to do, because it's already pre-cooked. Even if you got deli ham, same thing. Deli ham is already pre-cooked. So all I'm going to do, and I wish I had grabbed my scoop and drain, but it's in my show bag that is downstairs. So I'm starting to get things ready to get back to work for this year. So my party bag is downstairs. Otherwise, I'd use my scoop and drain. We're just going to scoop all this ham out of the skillet. And I'm adding it to the chicken because the chicken is also completely ready, so I don't need... Hey, John Allen, I'm on Facebook Live, so if you want to come say hi, you can, but I think he went back outside because he heard me talking. All right, so we're going to... This is our ham and our chicken. We're going to set that aside because we'll need it in just a little bit. Now what we're going to do, actually I'll leave you there and let me grab the garlic. We need to add some garlic cloves. This is hard when I have to go between two places in my kitchen, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so we need some green onion and then some garlic cloves. I was very disappointed today because Publix did not have green onion, so I had to buy their little pre-sliced up onion, which is not what I like to do, but I did not want to go to a second grocery store, so I went ahead and bought it anyway. I'm going to do 3 cloves of garlic, so love our garlic press because you do not have to peel the garlic. My trash can is over my other area, so we'll just put the peel on a napkin for now. I'm just going to put 2 cloves. Those are actually 3 small cloves in there at once. Crush that, and now we're just going to saute this for just a few minutes. So this is just green onion and garlic, and we're putting it in the hot skillet. And I actually am going to add just a tad more oil. Get my oil, just because the ham kind of absorbed all that. Who's on here with that? Hello, Monica. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Sloan. How are you? Hey, Sloan, I need to come see you because I'm training for the next race, and nothing's wrong, but I just want to come see you for some preventative stuff, and I heard rumor that you may be having a nutritionist on site, and if so, Chris and I want to come talk to you just to get some insight or whatever. Anyway, hey Laura, how are you? Okay, so we've got our green onion going. I'm still leaving the splatter screen on there because I'm about to add all these veggies. So what we're going to do, I got to set it out of the way to pour this in, but then I'm going to put it back on there. We're going to dump all of our veggies into this skillet. Alright, so that is our cauliflower, our carrots, our peas, and the zucchini. Even though the recipe doesn't call for zucchini, we added the zucchini. This is the 12-inch family skillet. So this recipe works great in this skillet, or if you have our all-purpose pot, it would work really well in there. If you don't have some of our cookware, 12-inch skillet, my grill pan, and my double burner grill pan are my go-to pieces of cookware that I cannot live without. Going to let that stay covered for just a few minutes. Those are my must-have, can't live without pieces of cookware, because if I'm ever doing anything on the stovetop, those are the pieces that I use. All right, what else do we have to prepare for this? It's called Hawaiian fried cauliflower rice, so we need some pineapple. Yes, this is a pop-top can, but we are going to use the can opener because I do not feel like starting out 2017 with stitches. So we are going to use the can opener to open this. And then we do need to drain it. We'll drain into this bowl just for sake of y'all being here. So I'm going to use the can strainer. This can is too big for the can strainer to work this way. So what do? You put it on like that and push down into the can and flip upside down and kind of press. And this works if you were doing canned chicken or canned tuna. So then you have drained your pineapple. We are going to add the pineapple to our ham and our chicken because this gets added back to the recipe in just a little bit. Let's stir our cauliflower. Shh, never mind, not cauliflower, it's rice, sorry. I'm going to stir this a little. Oh, it smells good, and I wish y'all could smell it. Okay, and then we have to get some eggs ready. So we need 2 eggs, and I'm going to use, we're just going to use this as our trash bowl. What the heck, right? Hold on. Because my trash can is back behind me, so We'll just use that as our trash bowl. Okay, so we need 2 eggs. Now, I will say, this little product I'm going to use next, it got discontinued, and I'm kind of sad that it got discontinued. It was on the outlet the other day. I don't think it's there anymore. It's a spring coil whisk, and it works great when you're trying to get eggs ready to scramble. Or the other thing, oh, I just thought about, I won't do it this time. I could have used the whipped cream maker. Didn't even think about that. You can put your eggs in there, pump them, and it's great for scrambled eggs, because that's basically what we're about to do with these. Hello, Paul Franks. Okay, so this is our silicone easy read measuring cup, and the reason I like it is because then when I get ready to pour the eggs in here, it's real easy to pour. But all you're going to do, and you can use any whisk. I just loved this little spring form one because all you have to do is kind of pump it up and down. But any whisk will work, or however you're used to making your scrambled eggs, that will work. If you don't want to use the whole egg, you can use 3 egg whites for this recipe. I didn't feel like separating the eggs. I'm trying to do this kind of as a quick and easy recipe, so this is how we're doing it. Okay, so just pump it till they look like they're ready to be scrambled eggs. So my eggs are down in there, all good and ready. And now what we're going to do, we're going to take the splatter screen off. This is a splatter screen, by the way. If you don't have one of these, another very handy dandy product, especially if you're sauteing anything, or like in this case, the ham, when I put it in there, it splatters a lot. I don't want all that grease on my stovetop. If you're one that does a lot of bacon, it's good for that too. All right, so what we're going to do, this may be hard for y'all to see, but I'm going to clear a little circle in the middle of my rice. So, I don't think y'all can see this. Let me pour it and then I'll bring you over here. And I'm just pouring the eggs into the middle. Alright, so let me get the camera and I'll show you. So, see how I made a little circle and my eggs are in the middle. And I'm going to let them sit there for just or 2 or 3. I'm going to let them sit there for just a few minutes until they're ready to start scrambling. And then we're going to scramble them around. As soon as they're done being scrambled, we're going to add all of our meat and our pineapple. I went blank there for a minute. We're going to add our pineapple back into here. So let me turn up the heat a little. And while you're doing this, the cauliflower and the other vegetables, they're still cooking on the outside, because all I did was clear the very center of this skillet. Okay, they're not quite ready to scramble, so let me set that aside for a minute. I'm going to go grab my soy sauce real quick. And I am choosing to use teriyaki marinating sauce. The recipe calls for low sodium soy sauce. I really should be using that because I know we don't need all the sodium, but my kids eat it a little bit better when it does have the teriyaki flavor, so that's why we're doing that. But it doesn't call for very much, just a couple tablespoons, so that really shouldn't be too bad. All right, what are you guys having for dinner while I wait on these eggs to scramble? Who's fixing something really, really good tonight? Let's see what y'all are saying. Hello, Teresa Green. Let's see if anyone has asked me anything. Yes, I'm all about preventative, Sloan. Who else has joined us? Lots of y'all. Hey, Tracy Berry. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Meredith. Hey, Mindy. Hello, guys. Taco Tuesday. Yeah, Crystal, that would have been a good thing to have tonight, but we had chicken fajitas last night, so I needed to go away from Mexican and figure out something else. This also makes a ton, so it'll feed my growing kids. I think Evan will probably eat an entire pan of this if I let him, but we're not going to do that. So, all right. So now my eggs are basically scrambled. Don't know that you guys can see that very well. And so I'm just going to then mix all of the veggies and rice together to incorporate the egg going throughout. If you like more egg, feel free to add more than 2. I'm not a humongous egg fan, so 2 is plenty for me. Alright, and then I am going to add all of our meat and our pineapple, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat because I don't need the heat anymore. And we're going to kind of blend all this. Because my chicken and my ham, it was still fairly warm. You don't need the pineapple to be terribly warm. It can just warm up from the heat on the cauliflower and veggies. And then we're going to add just about 2 tablespoons of, either you can do low sodium soy sauce. I like the I know it's going to be backwards, but this is teriyaki marinade. I like it just because my kids like it. And I'm not measuring, as you can tell, but it also isn't coming out super fast. So we did probably about 2, maybe 3 tablespoons, but this is tons of food in here, so it's getting distributed among a lot of food. All right, and then dinner is done. Roughly, probably about 30 minutes to make that, because the chicken, if I wanted, I could have started it while we were already live. All right, so I'll bring you over here, let you see the finished product. Oh, if I can flip it, hold on. Okay, so there is our Hawaiian fried cauliflower rice. It is amazing. What did you get? Bragg's Coconut Aminos works great. Okay, where do I get that? I've never heard of that, but that sounds like something I might like, so I'll have to look that up. Anyway, if y'all have any questions about this recipe, let me know. Super easy, fairly healthy. You can also control it being even healthier depending on either not putting ham in that has quite a bit of sodium, doing a different sauce than I did, or, you know, just changing up what's in there. I myself like adding the chicken just so there's some extra protein in there. Okay, Dusty, I will look for that. I'm going to make a note on my recipe or my ingredient list of this recipe. But again, it makes a ton. It's very good left over, so just put it in. I put it in one of our glass leak-proof containers when I'm done. You know, you're getting tons of vegetables, you're getting some protein in there, and not that rice is bad, but, you know, cauliflower, I guess, could be even better for you. For any of my fellow consultants watching, Crystal, I know you're watching, this is a great recipe to do at a party because it's very tasty, it's sharing something healthy with your guests and hosts, and it goes a long way. So, if y'all have questions, let me know. If there are any products you need to start the year off cooking healthy, let me know. My website's www.pamperedchef.biz, which is B as in boy, I-Z, /Sarah McGuire, all one word, and you guys are welcome to shop on my website anytime. And hey Vivian, y'all need to come back to Alabaster and visit. I haven't seen you in forever, or I need to come to Atlanta. But anyway, you can shop my website, check out the outlet. There's always great things. I do have a couple January dates left, so if you want to get double free, it is typically I only do about 6 or 7 parties. I already have 8, but I am willing to do a couple more in January just so that more people can get in on the double free. Or if you wanted to host a catalog party, you can always host a catalog party, and the double free applies for catalog parties as well. So kicks in at the $650 level. So instead of $115 in free, you would get $230 in free. And then it just goes up. So if you had a $1,000 party, you'd get $430 in free. So phenomenal. You know, the weather's kind of cold, yucky, dreary. The holidays are over. People get depressed because there's nothing to do. So why not have the girls over for some fun? I'm doing a party on Wednesday with a friend, and we're doing beer and barbecue because my friend's going to be opening up a brew pub, and so we are going to sample some of their one of their beers that they are going to be serving when the brew pub opens, and we are going to make barbecue sliders and maybe an easy toss salad to go with it. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Hawaiian fried cauliflower rice recipe. If you have any questions, just let me know. You can post them below this video. I will post the recipe a little bit later this evening, and I'll scroll back through and answer any questions if anyone had any. See you later.